Whoa, a second video. Yeah. The second video. Because someone asked me for this today after I'd already decided to do the departure arrival one, which was weird timing because it's been a long time since I got that departure arrival one request. But I figured, fuck it. I'm trying to procrastinate vacuuming my floor and cleaning my desk, so Punx win. This one is also in G, well, played in G, but the capo's on 4 instead of 5. I should stop talking in reference to the other video, because a lot of people probably won't watch both today. Okay, so Punx Win is definitely more involved than Departure Arrival. This one might take a while. Might need to use timestamps or something. We start in G. The riff, which is like fucking one of the best guitar parts ever written, right? Play like kind of a bit of the G chord, like strum down, and then up from like the G string up. So, and then this riff is so cool. It's even just pleasing to like think about the frets. Like it's kind of like a power chord, right? 2nd fret and 4th fret on the D and G strings. And really kind of quickly and lightly hit like just the open 2 strings, but like upwards, so like from the G, hitting the G string first, and then it's open D and 2nd fret on G. So it's literally just like power chords. But when you go to that open and 2-1, you're hammering on to the 4th fret on the G string and back down to the 2nd. And kind of like hit again when you hit the 2nd, not necessarily just a pull off. And then do the same thing, but like you go to the C after the first time, you know, so. I'm really bad at playing slowly, but. And as I'm playing it, I notice I don't even really I'm not as strict with like when you're playing up and down as I just made out. It's all about feeling. In fact, yeah, I've just used downstrokes the whole time except for that bit. You definitely want to go up for that. So the only time you hit an individual string in that little riff is that last 2nd fret before you go to the next chord. Otherwise, you're always hitting the D and the G. Well, actually, maybe just hit the D string when you go between those. I don't think it really matters. You can hit both. Rolling to town, and it's not long before I start to dig for all the bones and buried stories neath the golden streets, 'cause I can never shake. Okay, so then you get to that line. And like usual, we're playing all the chords with these little fingers there. A C is like that, not like that. Oh, actually. Rolling streets, 'cause I can never shake the feeling No, actually, maybe play it like that. I can never shake the feeling that. So that's staying on C. Golden streets, cause I can never shake D. The feeling that they're trying to pull on E minor over on D, U and C. Me. I can never shake the feeling that they're trying to pull one over on you and me. Maybe stick to this kind of C for that line. Obviously, it's all to taste. Pick whatever fucking version of C you want. And then back to what we were doing before. Across this country, it's not long before I start to roam. Stick out the patches on the Punx, maybe a band I know. Bet you in 5 minutes time you find that we know all the same people, places and roads. But here, you get that little extendo bit. So after that last C, people, places and roads, walk down. So just get the 2nd fret on the A. You can use the same finger, you can use the 1st, you know the drill. And it's not long, A minor, before I start to feel like C minor. Feel like somehow I can never leave home. And yeah, if you don't do bar chords, you're gonna, I guess, want to do bar chords. I don't know how to play a C minor without doing that. But you know, it's just a power chord with the 4th fret of the B string. 4 on the A, 6 on the, 3 on the A, 5 on the D and the G, 4 on the B, and 3 on the high E. Fucking hands, arms are shaking trying to hold the guitar up like this. This is such an awkward position. Places and roads, and it's not long before I start to feel like somehow I can never leave home. So you just hold the C minor out, and the strumming's kind of, you know, strumming's not something I ever really pay attention to when I'm learning stuff. It's always just kind of like come naturally, I guess. When people talk about strumming patterns, I'm just like, what are you talking about? But if that's the kind of thing that you need to be told about, I guess it's like a down, up, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah. Long before I start to feel like somehow I can never leave home. Then we're back to the original, but you kind of want to kick it up a bit more now, so it's like, oh, actually, I need to listen to the song again, but I think maybe this bit is where it kicks in, and you're not really doing that as much. It's more like a, which is just G, and definitely keeping these held down. G, E minor, D, and on the D, you're going to hammer on from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret on the high E. So it's like, every time you hit the D. If it's not that bit that does that, there is one later, which I guess we'll get to, and I'll figure out that I was wrong. But if it's not, then yeah, I guess you're just doing the original bit. I guess you can do shit like that. Yeah, like you definitely don't want to try and play that whole riff, it'll sound really messy. Because you want to be strumming everything now. I guess maybe like you can just chuck in a little pull off and a 2nd to open on the G. And maybe use your pinky on the floor there. This is kind of like scattered in my head because I feel like I remember covering it heaps, and then while I was listening to the song again, at one point I realized that I've been playing it wrong, but I can't remember what I was doing wrong, and I don't remember if I ever corrected it. So I could be teaching you the wrong thing here. But it definitely works well enough. And if anyone's sitting there being like, hey, you're playing the wrong riff there, you're meant to be playing this, and the high E's meant to be going from the 2 to the 3, but you're playing a pull off from the 2 to the, tell them to get fucked. Come on, let them do better. Maybe mix it up and do both. That kind of sounds cool. Do like the 2 pull off as you go down to the D. Whoops. And the hammer on the second time, or the other way around? I don't know. Suit yourself. I'm giving you all the ingredients here. Like, just mix it up, make it your own. Just hope it sounds right. Anyway, we'll move on. Across this country, and then I think you'd go back to the riff here, but I feel like that might be what I was fucking up. Maybe you don't, and you just stick to like these kinds of chords and a little bit of palm muting action, so it's not as full on as before you start singing, but you're still kind of doing that like. This is the kind of song where it sounds cool if it's a bit messy anyway. What's the next verse? Across this country. I feel like I already said that, but maybe I fucked that up. But it's something, yeah. It's so long before I start to feel like dinner times become a crime to spend on burns and wheels. Makes me wonder why we rebels make a holiday. The strumming there kind of changes a little bit. Kind of just do like a down, up, up, down, up, down. Again, you can hear like the hammering on shit on the 3rd fret there. I do this a lot by feeling. I don't really think about hitting the exact note that Eric did. Makes me wonder why we rebels make a holiday of every single meal. And we're doing this again, the little walk down. Makes me wonder why we rebels make a holiday of every single meal. And when we find amazing places, cheap burritos, magic. But here, instead of C minor, A minor, C, D, G, B7. Find amazing places, cheap burritos, magic spices. It's like, hey, wish you were here. Yeah, so G, B7, which is 2nd fret on the A, 1st on the D, 2nd on the G, and 2nd on the high E. Wish you were here, C minor, for that little bit. Poison, and yeah, like as you're doing that verse, you want to be like building up the dynamics more and more, you know, like this country is so long before I start to feel like dinner times become a crime to spend on burns and meals. Makes me wonder why. What did I fuck up there? This country is so long before I start to feel like dinner. Oh yeah, and like also if you're the kind of person that likes having the strumming kind of spelled out, it's in like the gaps between the chords. when we're doing some of these little chaka-chaks. Across this country, it's how long before I start to feel like dinner times become a crime to spend on burns and wheels. Makes me wonder why we rebels make a holiday of every single meal. And then we find amazing places, street burritos, magic spices. It's like, hey, wish you were here. Poison River. And then we go back to the riff and really drop it down, you know. Got a paddle, and I'll never leave without ya. Leave without ya. And this is actually one of my favorite guitar parts of all time. Leave without ya. Okay. This is all single string kind of shit. No, it's not. But okay, so. Oh, what is it? Yeah. So, on the G shape, hit the low G note. Hammer on 0 to 2 on the A string, and hammer on 0 to 2 on the D string. Yeah, so you hit this twice. Is that how it's playing? Yeah, and kind of play it while you're still kind of strumming for the full effect, I think. But like, for simplicity's sake. Okay, I was wrong. That twice, open to 2 on the A, open on D, and then pull off 2 to 0 on D. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly note accurate, but like the A string after that, maybe, or maybe the G string, the E string. I think the A string. So it doesn't really sound that right, but it's fast enough. It doesn't really matter. This is that chord from the riff, just the open D and second fret on the G. You hit that, and then hit the open G straight after. It's so much fun, and it feels like you're such a beast when you get it down. And straight to the C on a chord and do a similar thing. But with the C, you hit that third fret on the A twice. Yeah, but you hammer on 0 to 2 on the D string and hit the open G. And then basically just do what you do in that intro riff. You know? And then just put it all together. Okay, actually, I think I was wrong there. Hit the third fret on the A string once here, and then hit the open G right after instead. Yeah. C, open G, hammer on 0 to 2 on D, and then G. Yeah. Actually, no, maybe. I'm sorry. hammer on 0 to 2 on D, and then open D. I think might be better. Or maybe open G. I don't know. Again, I usually just go a lot by feeling. I don't really think about what I'm hitting. It all kind of sounds good. Like I said, you're playing it heaps fast. And when you're in G, pretty much every note that's open or 2/4 on these strings sounds great anyway. There's so much room to fuck this up and still sound good. And yeah, you kind of want like that strumming vibe still, but not heaps. I think it basically all comes down to just chucking in more of these little, like, what I was talking about earlier, just strumming upwards from the G string in between little gaps. Yeah. So forget what I said about hitting that twice, just... It's so much fun. It's really hard to stop playing. That bit's definitely the funnest bit of the whole song. That's still too fast. Whoops. Yeah, so that little bit is definitely like hit those two strings, open G, those two strings, hammer on, hit that second fret. That's alright. Yeah, you play that a couple times. I'm sorry, it's just so much fun. And then back to what we were doing earlier. And maybe this is the part I was thinking of that's purely just chords. I collect these crumpled, beer-stained flyers, 7 inches photographs, or your old letters that remind me to look down and back. 'Cause then I realize our romance has its roots in one subhuman patch. So when I'm feeling like it's, and then like raise it up a bit here. When I'm feeling like it's time for bed, the game is done. It's all been rated, jailed, and busted. So this part kind of fucks with the chords a bit, but it's nothing unfamiliar. Collect these crumpled, beer-stained flyers, 7 inches photographs, or your old letters that remind me. Maybe the riff still plays in this verse till like the collect these crumpled, beer-stained flyers. No, wait, that's the first line. The bit from when I'm feeling like it's time for bed. Again, I need to listen back to the song and figure it out, but you can do that if you want to be super accurate to it, or you can just fuck around and find out. It always sounds good. It's fucking Eric. Like these crumpled, beer-stained flyers, 7 inches photographs, or your old letters that remind me. But like, if you're doing that riff and strumming as well, I wouldn't fuck around with like the exact, all that shit. Kind of just like... kind of get away with from the C more so, I think. I'd like, you can just, you know, instead of the hammer on, just pull off straight away from that chord. But I don't know. It's kind of easier to just play the chords anyway. And you can just strum louder to build up that dynamic thing. Like these crumpled beer stained flyers, 7 inches photographs, or your old letters that remind me to look down and back. It's then I realize how romance has its roots in one subhuman's patch. So when I'm feeling like it's time for bed, the game is done. It's all been raided, jailed and busted, and the weasel won. Find a batch. Yeah, so when I'm feeling like it's time for bed, starts normally, time for bed, but when you hit that first C there, when I'm feeling like it's time for bed, the game is, you go down to a D. So what do you do usually? Yeah, we're not fucking around with that here. It's just, when I'm feeling like it's time, C, D, E minor, D, C, D, C, D, E minor, D, C. What does it do there? Time for bed, the game is done. It's all been raided, jailed and busted, and the weasels won. Find a batch of kids, they're thinking things I never thought when I was young. Yeah. G, B minor, D, C, D, E minor, D, C, D, C, D, E minor, D, C. Walk down, 2nd fret, A minor. And a batch of kids, they're thinking things. Fine batch of kids, they're thinking things I never thought when I was young. The song's a weapon, defense against the dying years. You already know this bit. A minor, C, D, G, B7, C, C minor. You've done that bit already. When I'm feeling like it's time for bed, the game is done. It's all been raided, jailed and busted, and the weasels won. Weasels won. Find a batch of kids, they're thinking things I never thought when I was young. The song's a weapon, defense against the dying years. For every time you feel every story's been spun. Poison River, gotta paddle. And here we do that bit, but the full chords. Maybe this is the bit I was thinking of earlier. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing ever. Gotta paddle, and I'll never leave without you. Poison River, gotta paddle, and I'll never leave without you. Leave without you, no, I'll never leave without you. La, da, da, da. And that bit, you just stick on the G. La, da, da, da. C. Some of that. D, E minor, D, C. La, da, da, da. Poison River, and then you're done. And just let the G ring out. Gotta paddle, and I'll never leave without you. Easy as piss. It's actually pretty straightforward once you get all those little riffy things down. I guess it's always the case. Let me know if you've got any questions or any other songs that you want me to sing or teach you. I should say teach you, but I might do requests as well. I always say that I'll do requests, but then I actually don't, because I'm just like, well, I've got to actually learn that song now. I kind of just always hoped that people would request songs that I already knew and I didn't have to do any work. But it's kind of hard to learn a song unless you're like just 100% like, I want to learn that fucking song, you know? And I just kind of never get around to it because you got to get so familiar with it and just listen to it over and over and over. So if you request a song, I might do it, I might not. If you request a tutorial, if I know it, I might do it. I'll try to do it. I will do it. I will. It'll be fun. We'll have fun. Anyway, this video is long enough already.